What's up, my man? My name's Fenti. I'm owner of Fenti Filmz, video editor as well as cinematographer. So I really focus on videography. That's what I specialize in. I specialize in music videos, to be specific. I've recently got into a lot of drone work. That's why I got my drone out here today. So I got a lot of drone work, been doing some drone stuff, even been working with the VHS camera to really mix in all the different creative aspects into my music videos specifically. Recently I actually just did a little walkthrough real estate video, so that was something new. It was really a lot of fun. And in June I got a wedding coming up, so super excited for everything, yeah. Been on some cool sets recently later. Can't release too much information until everything comes out, but it's gonna be some big things. I'm super excited. So this is actually interesting. I like when people ask me this because it was very random actually. So I went to Algonquin for interactive media design, which was actually like coding. It's I read the description. It was like, you know, designing websites and, you know, content, blah blah blah. I read content and I was like, okay, boom, this is what I want to do. So I jumped into it and it was like, oh yeah, so you'll be coding your website and like designing it that way. And there was one photography course in it, and I had to buy a camera for that course, and I had to buy my computer for the course. Happened that they're both really good for editing, and my camera was pretty good. I actually started with the Canon T7. So then I honestly loved it. I dropped out of the program. Just right there. My parents were so angry at me, but I had to do what I knew what I had to do. So I dropped out of the program, and I honestly I messaged probably like 150 people. 150 people, and I was like, hey, I'm a passionate filmmaker. This is what I want to do, yada yada yada. And they were like, please let me have you on, like, please let me come on set. Like, I'll shout at you, I'll do whatever you want, hold lights. I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds good. Like, come on set. So I met some really great people. Brian Tong, one of my mentors actually, and he let me come on set, show me really how the game works. And honestly, I don't know if I would be here where I am today if it wasn't for him. So owe him the utmost respect. Interesting, yeah. So I feel like I was always pretty creative, like in ways that people wouldn't understand. Though. Like in school, like I hated school. Like school wasn't my thing. Like I wasn't at school a lot actually. Or if I was at school a lot, I wasn't in class, but I was always making like freestyles. I was always freestyling for some reason. I was making tracks all the time, and but I just knew that I never wanted to, that's not what I wanted to do. But like I just always freestyling. As a kid, I was always drawing pictures and stuff. So you know, my parents always when I stopped drawing, they're always like, oh, you should just be more creative, start drawing again. So I think I knew that I was pretty creative, and I guess some people around me knew I was pretty creative, but it surprised everybody when I jumped into the industry. Oh my God. How networking is so important. If I didn't start off, I feel like networking at the beginning, I've met so many people. I found myself in so many different experiences I never even thought I would be in, like places I never thought I would be in shooting, just because I happened to reach out and I met someone. I'm really excited for a couple projects I actually have coming up with some artists from Montreal, artists from Toronto, who I've just because I've reached out, like I've just messaged them and I've just been like, hey, I really love your work, let's do something together. So I feel like if I didn't take that step and didn't message people, I wouldn't really have the opportunities that I have. So networking is so important. Like, make sure that you guys are like hitting each other up, you know, tag your friend, tag your local photographer, tag your local videographer. It means a lot and it goes far, you know. So criticism, I think I take criticism pretty well, you know, like you have to, you can't, especially in this industry, especially when art form is such a personal, everyone has such a personal taste, right? So if you make something that was, you know, you thought was amazing, but the client didn't 100% love it, you were hired to create that client's vision, you know, in the end of the day, make sure that happens, and it's your job to make that happen, I feel like. So you have to take the criticism and you have to really use it as constructive criticism. Never bad, there's no bad criticism, it's all constructive, you know? always learn, always get better from everything, you know. It's pretty much just tips at the end of the day where you could have, how you could just be better, and just take those, and next video you just boom it, you're busting. Okay, yeah, for sure. So I hear the track, the artist sends me over, right? Like, usually ends up me, like, I'm outside just having a good time. I'm honestly usually in my garage, like my creative space, and it's got the song to my ear. Booming out, I'm like, okay, this is crazy. And if I'm feeling it, then the ideas, they just start rolling in my head. They just start coming immediately. So first thing I do is I pull out my phone with my notes while I'm listening to it, and I just start writing my notes. I try to write as many notes as I can while I'm playing the song, and most of the time it makes no sense. Like, the first draft makes completely no sense. Like, if you were to read that over again, if I were to send that to the artist, they would be so disappointed with me. So I look back at that, I go over it a couple more times, you know, like really make sense of the whole project, and then I send it off to the artist. I usually ask them for their creative input if they think it looks good too, and then from there I just start the planning process. So yeah, like I think I'm very lucky that I get these like bursts of creative input. I also I've been teaching one of my friends. We've been working together a lot, so I'll call him up, we'll listen to the song even together. I like to have a second person's input on it, but I make sure that this person's only my team, so you know, like no songs are ever getting leaked, no music's ever getting out, because that'd be very unfortunate. 100%. I get what you're saying. So honestly, man, like when I'm in these environments, as weird as this gonna sound, like I thrive. Like I get in these environments, and I enjoy being in these situations where, like, as long as, like, in the end of the day, like, I know, like, my safety is usually good, but I do enjoy being in these situations where a little bit, like, risque, you know what I mean? Like, you never know what's gonna happen. It's I think it's part of the job. Not everyone, you know, it makes my life a little bit more entertaining at the end of the day. But at the same time, recently I've been working with some, like, indie rock artists and some really, like, people who just completely opposite than that. So, like, I don't know how I would feel about if I ended up in the like group as a hood, like, videographer or something like that. I don't know if I'd want to be specifically in that niche, but I love doing it. I'm not gonna lie, call me up, I'll pull up to your head, we'll shoot a video, let's get it. So I'd say usually the worst part about filming, I'll start with the worst, is honestly just like weather and, like, location, finding locations. That's very difficult, and sometimes it's like a hit to the heart. Like, I don't dislike it, but it's like a hit to the heart when, like, you listen to, like, a song, and, like, you'll send an artist this crazy, like, vision you had for the song. You like, this is what I picture, and they're like, nah, like, we're not doing that. Like, I don't like that idea, like this, that. So that's honestly a little bit disappointing. I'd say that's the only downside about it, but some part I love about it is I'm able to be creative. I'm about to, like, it's a very big outlet for me. I meet so many people, like, the amount of people I've met over the year. Like, I've been doing this for a year and a half, so for a year and a half I met so many people, and I dreamed about this like a year ago, right? Like what I'm doing right now. So that's just, there's so much more good. Like, there's no bad. The bad is the weather, and you can't control the weather. So that's on whoever's up there, you know. I kind of like being able to use my creative side, you know, be to bring out my ideas, because I'm a very creative person now, and I like to be able to, even when I find myself directing, I like to you know, like to direct people on set, and I like to do all the aspects. It's just, like, a lot of fun. Like, I just feel that I love the whole process about everything, honestly. I can't even find a certain niche about it, I'd say, that I love specifically, my man. So for sure, like, moving to another city would definitely open a whole other door that I couldn't imagine, right? Like, we don't know what's in other cities, and especially with Toronto, like, they just got declared the hub of Netflix. Netflix is opening their hub now in Toronto in a couple of years, so that I couldn't imagine how many doors and opportunities that's going to open there. It was between Toronto and Vancouver, and yeah, so Toronto got chosen, and that's going to be huge. Toronto also, like the Toronto Film School. I actually have one of my best friends, Christian, who just graduated from there. So there's a lot of things popping in Toronto, but at the same time, the Ottawa scene, I see it, it's coming there. Like we're on our way there, and like I could be an ant in this big city, nobody knows about me, maybe like the worst content creator in the city, not the worst, but then in Ottawa, I really want to work towards making a name for myself in the city and being the best in the city. And there's so hard to do because there's so many creative individuals around me. Like some people I know who shoot music videos specifically, like Ben Telford, like man, like the guy's a goat with it. Like he's crazy, you know, like Go Vision, 350 Co, all these companies from the city, man, they're all making huge waves, and I don't want to really look at them as competitors, more just family at the end of the day, which is hard when you want to be the best, right? So it's finding that thin line, 1,000%, like 1,000%. I see something past music videos. My end goal, I feel like, is really to do film and like feature films, short films, specifically like you were saying. And the reason why, like I've been doing advertisement videos and I love it, and like the money's not bad either. Like it's pretty good. You know, there's a lot of clients, a lot of local business in the city. But feature films, there's something different about being on set, and everybody has a job. Everybody knows what they're doing. You know, everyone has a position and a purpose that they have to fulfill. And if everyone's not playing their role specifically, the whole feature film doesn't look good. It's something about the pressure. I love the pressure, man. So I see myself in a couple of years really doing short films and stuff like that. And I've even actually been low-key, I've been starting to write my own, I have 2 ideas right now for some short films I've been thinking about. So I've been actually putting a little bit of a crew together. So maybe we'll see something coming out from that pretty soon. I think if I had to make a music video for anybody, like I think it would be Doobie from Toronto. And I know there's like a lot like bigger artists out there, but I see potential in people. I see potential in him too. And I was watching this video actually a couple days ago. It's by Meeks. It's called Can't Stop Won't Stop. Crazy music video. And these guys, they like rented tanks. These men are like driving tanks and all this. But I think I'd use that video as inspiration. And Doobie raps a lot about being from like the gutters, you know, like demons. You know, Doobie's just Doobie. If you listen to Doobie, you know Doobie, okay? And yeah, man, I feel like I would replicate some sort of like war, like actual like military style war, like in the street or something. Like, you know, have these tanks, like, and like have these. I've even seen another video from Blank Square Productions. They're from like Los Angeles, but they had a Lil Baby like inside of a helicopter, like just shooting this huge gun. Like it was all like CG and stuff, but like I think I would just do like a city war. Like, that'd be some crazy stuff, like, you know, cars crashing, you know, buildings get I don't know, some wild stuff. Definitely have to start off with the track I just mentioned again, Meeks, Can't Stop Won't Stop. Insane. I changed the track there, whatever, but insane track. So that's an insane music video, and like I said, there's just a lot of tanks going down, a lot of stuff. Also, like I've been really liking the CGI recently. Like you have, you know, your main footage, you get all that, but then you're adding CGI into it. Like I think it was probably a couple months ago, but YG, he dropped his video Backyardigans, and he had like building, like planes exploding into buildings and all this crazy stuff. But there's so many music videos I watch and like really get inspired by. The funny thing is, actually, this is like a little bit off topic, but I know a lot of people who they'll watch music videos, right? But they watch them for inspiration. I try to do the opposite. Like I watch music videos and I watch them. I love the music video, right? I'll watch it just to enjoy how it looks. But I'll try to never get too much inspiration from music video because I really want to be my own person. Like I want my music videos to look different from somebody else. Somebody watches the edits, and they're like, that was Fenti. Like, I know right away, like 2 seconds in the video, that was Fenti. So exactly. Yeah, I guess that could tie back to like to everything. Yeah, 100%. So there's a lot of things that people that goes in behind the scenes that people don't know. Like spend hours and hours editing. Like whenever I'm usually not shooting something, I'm editing something. I have 7 music videos right now on my roster to edit. With each of them, each have a two week thing. I've got myself to a point now where I edit video at about 6 to 7 hours, and that's usually where I'm at. But there's so much else that goes in behind that. Like you gotta buy packs. Like if you want to be editing some crazy things, you know, you have to buy your packs. You have to pay for Premiere Pro. My Premiere Pro subscription just ended a couple days ago. I did 8 bills for a year, like just for this editing. You know what I mean? So $800 there. You know, then you want to buy, you know, features that come with it. You want to buy some effects. You want to buy some cool transitions. You want to buy this, that. Artists are not gonna pay for that. So that's all on you. It's out of your pocket at the end of the day. So. And then also the equipment that you buy. If you don't have this equipment, it makes editing your whole life hell. Like if you don't have the lighting, you didn't buy the lighting, you didn't buy, you know, this beautiful backdrop. How are you gonna edit that? You know, you gotta green screen it now, something. It's happening. So it's all about, you know, your pockets and that at the end of the day. She's finished? Yeah. Okay, so I edit the video, and I won't take everyone through my editing process exactly because I like to keep it a little bit low key, but I'll edit my video and then kind of go back and I'll put out the last bits on it, like whatever. I'll put the title, I'll put my little, you know, watermark here and there, whatever, and then I export the video in like a super low quality just so I can watch it. It goes through quick. I go to bed. I wake up the next day, I watch it again. Always. There's never been one time where I haven't been like noticed a mistake or I haven't said, oh, I have to change this and that. I'll go back and make the changes, and then right after that I export it to the client. So I know it's done. It's done after that. Yeah, I just feel it right here, you know? It's funny you see this. I was talking to this shorty the other day, and she was like, why are you always out taking photos? Like, why are you always editing something? She's like just kick it with me, like just do something, you know? And I was like, I'm busy. Like, you gotta see the bigger picture. Like 5 years, 10 years, you know? And like, as much as living in the moment's nice, like, man, I am always behind my camera. I'm always on the computer. I feel like learning new things, right? Like, I'm not in school, but I put myself in school. Like, that's pretty, I say that's pretty nerdy. Like, you know what I mean? Just see, I have no need to be in it, but I always want to learn more stuff. So, shit. I seen this one guy posted this a while ago. For some reason, I was like, this would be crazy. I want to take a photograph of Beyonce. Yeah, I don't know why. There's no reason in my head. I just imagine being able to take a photograph of Beyonce, but like her posing for a photograph. You're not like paparazzi, like catching out. Like she's at your shoot. And like, I'm not even a photographer. Do not claim me as a photographer, any please, videographer. But I'll take Beyonce's photo any day. If anybody has her number, I got you. Go through mine right now. Like, nobody even. This guy is not even up and coming artist. Okay, I'll start off with that. It's actually one of my best friends, Lil Baby from 100. Crazy songs, crazy music, and this is actually gonna be a little push to you, bro. You gotta start dropping your tracks, man, because we're already everyone who's heard the songs are like in love with them. They know that's what's up, and I'm not gonna lie, like I listen to songs before I listen to like Lil Baby, before I listen to these guys out there like the Baby. Their sounds are getting old. Like, no offense to them, but their sounds are getting old. So yeah, he's my favorite artist from the city, you know. But everybody keep watching out for him. He's gonna be coming soon, dropping soon, blowing up. I'll make sure it's a Fenti film video. It'll be all set. Jeez, I gotta say honestly, give a big shout out to my dad. To first person that comes to my mind, yeah, to my dad. As hard the love is on me, I know he wants to see me do the best, you know, like he shows tough love for sure. I definitely feel it, and sometimes we're always butting heads, we're always doing it, but I know he wants the best, and if I was ever in trouble, you know, he'd be there to help me, you know. Same another one to my mom, you know, she's never let me down. Every time my dad, you know, or something, she's always there. She's always there for me. So to my parents, man, love you guys. Okay, yeah, so for sure, if you guys want to find me, check me out on Instagram at Fenti Filmz. I got a little bit of a personal Instagram, you know, that kid Fenti, always about Fenti everything. I'm actually about to be dropping a website pretty soon too, so expect that in a couple upcoming weeks. You guys will be able to book everything from your website, as well as I have, you know, my corporate stuff, my drone videos, my music videos there. Like I said, I got some couple short films coming for you guys hopefully soon. Some huge projects, I gotta be quiet about them. 7 videos in the roster, all of them will be coming to you, and I'm still shooting videos like almost every day. So like we got so much coming to you. 2021 is just the beginning. Every year is just the beginning. Everyone says that, but we're ready.